Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard. Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition homebrewed podcast and may deal with triggering themes at times. Viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings can be found in the description.
Previously on the Wandering Vanguard.
Hey, did you hear we have new recruits touring today?
Yeah, they look like really familiar.
Yeah, are they cosplaying the Wandering Vanguard or something?
I don't know, but I don't think Almond Sr. would love to see them here. One of them looks really close to the description they gave out for a wanted elf.
That's scary. Well, at least their tour is almost done. They just went up to the head honcho's floor. Maybe after they leave I can stop acting so happy and go on break.
Oh, yeah! Oh, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, do you want to go to Propero's Pastry sometime?
Oh, yeah, I'll be back over there in a minute. I'm sorry, Jake. I have to take a rain check. Be right there.
Oh, Valen? Oh, man.
And that's where we begin.
We'll cut back over to these folks.
These scrubs.
These scrubs walking up Scrynet like they own the place.
My dad does, or my grandpa does.
You're like that, the grandson of the owner of the company who thinks that they, own everyone at the business.
Yep, that's it. That's totally Timbrel.
That's it.
He's already lied twice. Slippery slope.
It's
Slippery slope.
I'm not gonna tell her my last name. Am I looking to get murdered?
Yeah, no, that was a good thing you did not tell her.
Timbrel was panicking. He's like, Aro.
How'd we get murdered?
Yeah, no. That's just where Timbrel's mind is. It's like, if anything goes wrong, this is gonna end poorly.
Well,
Someone's gonna die, and it's gonna be me. Wait.
If someone's gonna die.
If someone's gonna die, it's gonna be me.
No, if someone's gonna die, it's
Yes.
gonna be me.
Nope. I'm jumping in front of the train first.
No, not if I jump in front of it first.
No!
I can run faster than you.
Yeah, that's true.
No, Sam, make an animation of this fight when you get good at animation.
That would be fun.
No, I want to die first. No. Rises up from the dead. I want to die first.
Oh my gosh. Perthy comes back. I want to die.
I want to die first.
Oh, no.
I'm your friend.
Too soon.
Ekman's like, excuse me, if I'm going out, I'm going out first.
No, you're still trapped, Ekman. Get back in there. We're still looking for you. Get out of here.
Nix is off to the side.
What?
I'm not dying.
Let's be real. Let's be real. If Nix dies, it's gonna be because he tests the contraption on himself and then loses his mind.
Yes.
If Nix dies, it'll be because he ends up killing himself with an invention.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's immortal.
So just let me just to double check my notes are correct. The first floor is where Daro Senior's office is, and then the mechanic/warehouse area. The second floor is administration or HR, and the third is the design/creative team.
So the first floor is just the front desk with all of the production department and the new invention stuff. You saw the picture of his office on the first floor. It's not there.
I thought you were saying his.
Oh no.
I see.
The second floor's office is cubicles, administration stuff. Third floor is the planning, creative, graphic design sort of shenanigans. And the fourth floor is Big Boy.
Big man. The
Big
head
boy.
honcho.
And Vinroris looks back at all of you. All right, so again, I do not have a clue if Almondaro Sr. is here today, or if Fisaria Darrow is. Oridi and RED might be. Almondaro Jr. is definitely not here today. So if you're fangirls or fanboys looking to come and meet him, he does not spend a whole lot of time here in the office. He prefers the solitary living of what it is at their manor. So, the two big head honchos, his parents, believe it's probably better PR-wise if he wasn't readily available to the public.
Well, that makes sense.
So, he definitely won't be here unless he's getting ready for his show, which is, I believe, in a couple weeks. So,
Fair enough.
she leads you up. And the door to this one looks starkly different to the quality. This one looks to be of a much more higher caliber door. Immediately, you notice from the offices below. And as you enter it, you see it as sort of like a marble design all over the office and sort of plush white carpeting. There is a chasse lounge here. And you see that there's a door immediately as you exit the stairwell, straight forward, but the door is closed. And it says, and carved into the door says, Oridi and RED, Darrow. And then off to the left, past the chasse lounge and past, there's a small little kitchenette. And there is a butler standing at the ready, an elven butler with black slicked back hair, standing in front of the kitchen. There's a bell plaque next to him on the wall, and it seems like whoever rings the bell, this butler is ready to go serve them whatever 24/7. And immediately to the back there is another door that is just so intricate. It is a dark sort of mahogany wood that has sort of like wave designs in it that kind of curl and ebb and wave all the way up the door, and a shiny copper doorknob. And then the waves somehow spell out Almondaro Sr. And then Roris comes up and says, all right, so the only reason I can really lead you up here today to see any of this, you can see that Scrynet is very well off. That the reason they have decorated their office to such high standards is to show that we are completely financially stable, and that they're willing to show it. So, I usually don't lead any of the people that are interested in working here up here when they're here, because our Oridi and RED through that door are constantly also working on sort of show ideas and what they can do better and those sort of things. And Almondaro Sr. is constantly working with administration planning to plan out the next steps to his sort of campaign to extend the company, and sometimes get really special visitors that we cannot interrupt any of their meetings for.
Out of curiosity, are we able to look in the offices to see what they look like?
I'm not permitted to open up any of the doors because that is their private property. So we can simply just look at the doors and their intricate design and wish we knew what was inside.
How many people are up here?
There is Renroris, there is the butler, and then you guys.
How stupid should I be?
That depends.
I'm just thinking about sending a message to tell Ekman to scream.
Are we still psionically linked?
Not at this point. This is Peter asking the group.
Okay, well then, I feel like one.
Timberl is like balance, like on the sitting in the balance right now. Like what
I
to
feel
do?
like that would be a good idea, unless that would cause or put Ekman in danger.
Yeah.
Already kidnapped.
Right, but like, if he screams, like, we don't know if someone's gonna like hurt him or.
I could have him yell like, "Hey," or yell like, "Hey," tell someone to, "Hey, let me out of here," type of thing.
Yeah, you could do that, or like, hey, is anybody there? Or...
Yeah. Hello, is anyone
Yeah.
there? Type of thing.
Yeah, I feel like that would be less, like, suspicious.
But the thing is, when Timbrel sends a message, it's very noticeable.
How noticeable? Like,
You know how he glows?
yeah.
That noticeable. Just more of it.
So I guess we need to create like a distraction of some sort.
Well, or I could just ask, could I send a message to somebody?
Ask her?
Yeah, it's like, would it be alright if I send a message in here, or does that, or is that not allowed?
I mean,
I could.
you could, but also, if
Raul-
people are listening in,
Yeah. Raul, Zach, what do you think?
I'm leaning towards distraction, but I'll help whatever plan we get.
Well, we need to distract
Her.
and the butler.
oh yeah. Could you just stand behind me?
I glow a lot.
Oh.
We just need to bring up, like, if we asked something technical.
Right?
Okay,
Sorry.
look, that's Fireball is always the last option, all right?
Yes.
We haven't expanded all of our stuff yet, but
It's the first
We-
option.
we just need to, like, get her talking and, like, about something and, like, focused on something technical that she would do.
Yeah.
Or, like, related to her job.
So,
And-
so if you can get her going on something like that.
Yeah.
What? Because if she likes to talk about that kind of stuff, I'm trying to think. How do we get the butler's distraction?
Well, could you ask her, like, hey, could the butler bring me a thing?
Well, I'm guessing that's probably part of the Darrow property, isn't it?
Maybe, though, there is a thing or a drink.
And have the butler like demonstrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while he goes and rings the bell to show how it works, I can send a message to have Ekman yell, "Is anyone here?"
Mm-hmm. And then I'd say just stand behind me, and either way.
Yeah, and I'll tell him, like, wait, like, count to 15 before doing it, type of thing.
Okay.
Like, wait a few seconds.
You'll just have to be fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So, okay, let me write down what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe do that.
So Venroris looks around. Yes, so this is Were you all interested in seeing the warehouse after this? This is more or less the end of the tour.
Actually, I was wondering, how exactly does this bell system work?
The bell system?
Yes.
Okay. So that sort of system is what production has designed for the Darrow family to be able to push a button and it magically transmits a magical sort of signal to the bell on the wall over there, and which when it receives the signal, it will tighten up the coil on the spring and then let go, ringing the bell.
Can we get closer just to see what it looks like? Because it's kind of difficult to see from all the way back here.
I mean, don't get too close to any of the offices, but yes, if we can get a little bit closer.
As they all get closer, this is Peter. I'm going to like shimmy myself, not behind Tomb completely, where looks like I'm still looking, but then I'm going when I get ready to cast Sending, I'm going to just step behind him and cast it.
Okay.
All right. Roll stealth.
Okay. Okay. This dice has been good to me.
Wait, can I assist him in that since like he's technically hiding behind me?
The DC could be lowered, or we could assist him. Whichever one that you would rather choose, I'm down with.
What do you think, Peter?
It's up to you. Without the assist, or right now my stealth is a +2.
Let's do the assist.
The assist?
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you assisted. 18.
All right.
I rolled a nat 1 on the other one.
Oh my gosh, Peter.
Wow. That one would have failed. She rolled a 3.
Yes! Yeah!
Too much stress.
You see that she, Venroris is kind of like getting a little bit up about the system that she created. So you see, Alan, may we get closer? Alan, the butler, with his hands behind his back, looks over and then says, "Certainly." And then looks straight forward again. And Venroris looks back at all of you. You have to make sure that if you're going to do anything, you have to make sure you have to ask Alan Algos over there. Because this is sort of, everything is sort of under the private property of the big head honchos here. So we have to make sure that we're not causing any problems up here, or it'll go on my report, or you may not be hired here, or you may be thrown in jail.
How do you spell that?
Alan Algos?
Alan Algos. And I'm going to start writing it down and showing it to her at the same time. So EFFR.
While this is happening, I'm going to shimmy myself the rest of the way behind Tomb, and I'm going to cast Sending.
So that's no, okay.
Here we go.
That is not any of the letters. That's fine. And she grabs the pen from you and she writes down. It's ALLEN.
Please don't look at your sibling section.
OS. What?
What? I said please don't look at that. I might have written a heart by someone's name. I don't want that right now to deal with that.
Okay. Sorry.
But wait. Oh shoot! I don't know which page. Which page did you write that on? His name?
He's so good at distractions.
So you see, Redgus.
I love it.
Please call me Adrian.
What? Adrian.
Yes, I've gone through that name as well.
So if you actually ever want to apply here, when you apply here, looking back over at Alan, when you definitely apply here,
Oh yes, because this place is great, and you've given a great tour so far.
Oh, thank you. And Alan looks over and says, "Great job," and then looks back forward.
Whoa, can I get one of those someday?
Oh, a butler?
No, a great job look from him.
Oh, I imagine if you wanted to work on the 3rd floor and then come up here and get all your designs to the big head honcho, Alan will give you a very good thumbs up. Isn't that right, Alan? And Alan looks up and says, "Yes."
Oh, that's very nice because I have very low self-esteem.
Oh.
You know, I'm an orphan.
While this is happening, I'm going to cast sending to Ekman. And I'm going to say, Ekman, can you yell if is anyone there in about 10 seconds, as loud as you can?
And there's like a half a second pause. Are you sure you want me to be yelling that right now?
I can't respond.
Oh.
And
Try not to look sus, boy.
there's a count to 10, and Ren Roris says, "Oh, you're orphan. Oh, I'm so sorry, Radcast. So that would change your benefit plans.
Oh, would it?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
As soon as I'm done casting sending, I'm gonna shimmy myself back to looking not behind him. Still behind him, but just kind of step it to the side a little bit so I can see.
And Alan looks over at you as you shimmy back over
Uh-oh.
and says, "You drop something," and then looks forward again.
I look down to see what I dropped.
There's nothing there.
What?
Did you just get punked by Alan?
I think I just got punked by Alan.
Oh, I like Alan.
And you look over at Alan, and one side of his mouth is kind of up a little bit.
I'm so confused. Did he see it?
But Vinver is like, so yeah, do any of you want to talk through all the benefit plan or anything like that?
I'm gonna be listening for Ekman. Kind of just not ignoring, but just staring off into space, listening.
That's what I do every day.
That's what I do every
Will
day.
I get any benefits in that since I'm not an elf?
Oh, yes, so Scrynet's sort of business plan. Oh, and before I continue on, I forgot to describe Alan. Alan is a sort of beefy looking elf. He looks like he works out, and he has long turquoise hair that has been put up into a high ponytail and black framed glasses. And he's just standing there at attention, sort of like the British guards in front of the Queen's Palace that don't look at you unless you get them to somehow.
Pretty dapper man.
He pretty dapper. And after about 10 seconds, Vinroy is saying, if you get hired here, then you would be qualified for every single benefit that we have. We are a full race hiring ability company. We do not discriminate in any way, but we rather look at what you did before and what you want to do in the future. And you listen for the screaming, and there's nothing.
Oh no.
Are you?
Hey there, everyone. I thought I would take this opportunity in our show to do some catching up. Some announceroonies, some talkies, even. Just to remind you all of our social medias, you can find us on Twitter, Audio Adventures, at the username AudioAdventure2. Why 2, you ask? Well, number 1 was taken. Ayy. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. We have also set up a Ko-Fi. We had a couple comments made at us about being able to support us a bit with that good green juice that the world just seems to run on. So, if you're feeling generous towards us, that would be one of the avenues to help us grow and to encourage us as the artist as well. Another avenue to help us thrive and grow is to share and tell your friends about us. We are one of the many, many, many D&D podcasts out there, so we are ecstatic whenever someone wants to listen to us play D&D. We don't spend any money to advertise this show, so your support means that much more to us. And since there are more of us now, here is our Wandering Vanguard.
Well, I am Zach, and I will be playing Tavis, who is an Eladrin sorcerer. The only interesting fact that I can think of for him is that his last name is just Elvish for owl, because he likes owls.
I'm Trevor. I'm playing the character Nyx with burning red eyes. Nyx with burning red eyes. And his last name is Bright. He was born into a noble family, hence the actual last name, as he's a changeling artificer. Changelings don't normally have last names, they normally just have hyphenated names.
Hello there. My name is Tibril Darrow. I am a half-elf man from the town of Allerton. I am what you might call a soul knife. And before I get too far, let me explain what a soul knife is. A soul knife is someone who can summon a weapon that is bound to our soul. I used to have a longsword like my father, but now it's a glaive with etchings of flowers throughout the whole thing. Along with being able to summon the glaive, I'm able to use my mind to connect to the soul of others, to communicate and help in battle. Our friend Tomb, not being able to speak, but I'm able to connect to his soul and kind of get a general idea of what he's thinking and what he would say. Along with all that, my mom always said I had a golden glow to me, which I didn't really understand until now to be literal. Our soul's power shows through our bodies as different colors. I've never met another soul knife besides my father, so I don't know where he learned it. My mom and I lived in a town called Allerton. But before I get too very much into that, my mom was a very sick woman. We lost a lot of money and resources trying to find a cure, but nothing worked. My father left to find something to help her, and he never returned. That was when I was 8. I'm 25 now. Once I became a teen, I started working at the local apothecary. My father was a medic, master with blades and medicine, and I wanted to be like that. Medicine and plants, it's always been fascinating to me. I have my dad's journal here, and one day while looking through, I found something that I wasn't really expecting. I found out the book was only half filled, but the last page talked about this plant called the golden snapdragon. But apparently it's a plant of legend that can cure any known disease. The only other thing that's on these pages are 2 places, Mistreeston and Chanbu. And I think this is where he thought they were, which makes sense with how rare it is. That'd be in 2 of the hardest countries to get into. I haven't been to either of these places, but it's the only lead I got. And one day we were raided by goblins. And then there's a group of adventurers came up. They helped clear the goblins away, and they even helped save a lot of people that day. They invited me to come along on the adventure. This is the only chance I had to find my dad. But before I left, my mom gave me a couple things. But she pulled out a cape. A long purple cape with 2 golden pauldrons on the side. It fit perfectly. Like it was made to fit me. Then she also gave me her wedding ring. Told me to if I find Dad, tell him to get his butt home. Now I have three things I have to do. I have to find my dad, find the golden snapdragon, and make it home alive. Because if I don't, my mother will kill me.
So my name's Emma, and I'm gonna explain to you what my character looks like and everything because he actually can't talk. So his name is Toon. He is a Warforged necromancer, and he kind of got his voice box ripped out, and so he can't speak. All he does is screech occasionally. He does write in a little notebook, so that's how he communicates most of the time. And he is covered in cherry blossoms, and he has a giant gash in the middle of his torso. where he hides his familiar talent and some skulls and some other miscellaneous things. And yeah, he is silver, with 2 green bands around each arm, and he has blue eyes. And that's pretty much it.
My name is Redguest. I am but a simple tabaxi who lives within others' means. I never knew my parents, but the Order of the Ghost Slayers made up for that. They taught me how to fight with honor as one of their esteemed blood hunters. My mercenary work taught me how to value my own life. These 2 paths have coiled into a journey of broken love and pointless purchases, where I now find myself with the Wandering Vanguard. I have no doubt they will be able to help me on my current mission.
And I think that's about it. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And the next one will be up for all of you next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See ya!
That's the end of our tour. Thank you so much, Alan, for allowing us on the estate of the Darrow family. This land right here before outside of the door is considered the Darrow family estate. So we'd make sure you don't leave anything here because we won't probably be able to get it back. And Alan looks over at you once again, Tibril. No, really, you dropped something.
Okay, I look on the ground this time.
I'm really looking, like, moving my feet. Like, I don't see it.
Can I make an Arcana check? See if that reveals anything to me?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Do I see any? Can I also make an Arcana check?
You can make a perception check.
Perception?
22.
Unnatural 20.
So this time, you look down, and this time, you see in the exact same place where you looked before, there was nothing. Now there's something. And it looks to be a letter with a wax seal. And 2, you catch the faint trace of arcane magic whiff away back to Alan.
Well, thank you. Must have dropped this. Yeah.
Not a problem. Be sure not to lose anything else. And he turns back to the front.
I'm going to stay at the back of the group. And once we start walking down the stairs out of sight, I'm going to kind of just peel it open a little bit, see if there's anything inside.
As all of you are walking down the steps, as Vinoria says, thank you, Alan. I will see you much later. So why don't we go downstairs and talk about your employee benefit options and all of those things? I can even take you to the warehouse if you so wish. And the door closes. And she kind of lets out a sigh. Oof. Alright, follow me. And she kind of slumps back down again as her spine was straight this entire time.
Good.
I write something in my notebook, and I poke whoever's in front of me and rip a piece of paper out of my notebook and hand it to them.
Tavis, you feel a poke on your shoulder, and Tomb hands you a piece of paper.
I take the piece of paper.
Do you open it?
I open it.
So it says...
I eat it.
No, I leave it.
She said... words. Okay. It says, I think we should ask her to show us the warehouse.
I go to my sister and I tap on her shoulder and I say, actually, our friend Tomb over here, has just asked me to, see the warehouse. If we could get a tour of that.
Yes, right. And she perks back up again. So, if you'll follow me down the steps, we'll lead you right out into the first level again, and then we'll lead you outside and across some of our grounds to our warehouse. Before we leave the first floor, we'll hand you some of our paperwork, so you can look over the employee options that you have and what you might be qualified for. So follow me.
Now, will you be able to find that reference? Because my best reference is kind of, I don't know where he went, but he's kind of ran off. He lost a bit of his knives, but he would vouch for me.
Oh yes. If you give us the general sort of look of your reference and what their name is and where you last saw them, our mages here with our enhancers are able to track them down and scry on them, because Scrynet. That is sort of in the name. And even before we were big, we had a bit of a better sort of reception here, that we were able to do some more scrying work than other people in other planes and existences were not really able to do. So we're sort of in a good pocket here, so no need to worry about the references being lost.
Oh, good.
Alright, so follow me down the stairs again. And she leads you down the stairs, down the entirety of the stairwell, back out into the first floor. And as she hands you these pieces of paper, and Tibril, you turn over, you look at the envelope backside where you see the familiar sort of crest in the wax seal on the back with the large sort of like rotund body with the wavy arms and the orbs on the end of the wavy arms inside of like a shield crest and the wax seal on the back of this envelope. You start to turn it over. And Nyx, around this time, you finish both of your helmets.
Okay, I put the other one in the portable hole and then I go to sleep.
You hold both of them up, and it looks like with some testing and some fuddling around, they're pretty safe to begin with, but you can get them maybe a little bit safer with some more testing. And you go to sleep feeling satisfied and fulfilled. And as you all are walking, and Tibril, you turn over this letter, you see it is addressed to Tibril Darrow.
Oh no!
And that's where we're gonna leave the session.
No!
No! We didn't find my boy. We didn't find him.
Okay, wait, Peter, I really want Toom to lean over and read the letter over your shoulder.
I'm not gonna allow it.
Oh, come on, please, Dad. Dad.
Also,
no, you gotta say mom.
I'm mom.
Well, that's true. Mom. Who's Dad then?
I am totally Dad.
Oh, that's
Nyx,
right.
Nyx is dad.
I was thinking uncle.
I am Abs.
Yeah, I feel like
He
Nyx
left to
is
go
an
get
uncle
cigarettes.
type.
He's the absent father.
He left to go get cigarettes and never came back.
Ah, yes. We found it. We've done it.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, no. This is not gonna end well. He knows my name. He knows who I am.
Yes, he does. And
Man,
can't.
an alias like Aro? How could he get through that?
He didn't hear me say that.
Did he?
He didn't, I don't think.
Did he?
He's
I
so
broke my
mad that we ended. He broke his pen.
I'm
Way
mad I
to
broke my pen.
avoid the question,
And the
Peter.
funny thing is, it's a metal pen.
Okay, Hercules.
What?
You know, like it had one. No, one of them had a metal clip on it, and I was just like clicking over and over again, and then I hit my hand on it, just like kept smacking it, and then eventually just popped off.
Oof.
And I'm like, that's not good. I'm still like, no, I don't. I want to know what's in the ladder. I want to know what's in the ladder.
Oh, oops, all berries, right? Oops.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.